Hi, I'm Tanner with Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in Frederick, Colorado. Today we're going to go over one of our sold inventory units. This trailer is sold. It's fixing to leave here pretty quick, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys a rundown of the possibilities we can do with a larger trailer like this. So this is a Cimarron Norstar 2021. This is a 5-horse living quarter side load. This trailer is 38.5 feet on the floor. It does have a 15.5 foot Outlaw Proline conversion in it, and we'll kind of give you the full rundown on this trailer, show you some options. If you're interested in this trailer, we got another one on order just like it showing up here in the next few months. Or if you like this trailer, maybe you want to change a few things, we can do that for you as well. Coming around the front of this trailer, you'll notice it is on 2 Equalizer dual hydraulic jack systems. Super handy on a large trailer like this that you can just walk up here and hit a button and raise your trailer off the truck or drop it onto the truck. Another cool thing I like about having duals is you can easily level this trailer to get it exactly how you want. This trailer does have 2 30-pound propane tanks that'll run stuff in like your burners in your furnace, stuff like that. Love your propane tanks. This is an enclosed battery box. It is lockable. I know a lot of people traveling and stuff like that, they're becoming more accustomed to see theft and stuff like that, so we do put a lockable battery box on this trailer. You do have your 2 batteries that'll power your house. Another thing with this battery is I just want to show you guys how clean Cimarron does all their wiring in the trailers. If you look at this trailer, you'll notice everything is, organized, separated, but also labeled. If you ever have a problem with this trailer, it's super easy to have a tech look at this and they know exactly where each wire goes. They can isolate your problems super simple. Cimarron does a great job of keeping their trailers super clean and super easy and functional for you guys or your mechanics. Right here is your system to run both your jacks. 1 button runs each jack, that way you can get your trailer level upright, then you can get it level side to side as well, which I think is super awesome, especially if you're going somewhere. The trailer setup we'll talk about in a little bit. It's set up inside for kind of a larger family. So you're going to be a lot of places. Sometimes you're rodeo finals for a week or you're at show finals for a week or 2 and you want this to be set up kind of to live in it for a week or 2 and you want to be as comfortable as possible. The spare on this, it is a full aluminum wheel. It's not just a donut, it's not just a steel wheel replacement. If you're on your way to a show, you want your horses looking good, you want your trailer looking good. I'm a firm believer in, look good, feel good, do good, so you can throw this spare on and look just the same as you would if you never blew a tire. Another thing I want to talk about is these Equalizer Jacks. Sometimes your batteries die going around. It gets cold like this morning, you kind of start having battery problems. We don't want you guys to get stranded somewhere, so if you end up having battery problems for some reason, you can't get them charged up and run them off your batteries, your jack, you do have an emergency handle jack right here. You can jack this trailer up and jack this trailer down. It does take quite a while, but then again, you're not stuck on the side of the road or stuck at a show if you need to be somewhere. Coming around your tail side of this trailer, before we jump in the living quarters, I want to point out that we went ahead and we extended this exterior protrusion down the whole length of this trailer. A lot of the times they'll stop it right there kind of where your horse stops. The reason we extend it, because that does make this trailer a lot stronger. So that way it's not going to dent, it's not going to ding as easy. That's why they kind of do it in front of the horse compartment as well, because your horses are typically sitting there eating from buckets, eating from hay bags, so it protects the trailer a little better. So we went ahead and added it through the whole length of this trailer. So this trailer is super stout, it's a super tough trailer. Before I jump in here, I want to show you guys living quarters part of this trailer. It is a Proline XP by Outlaw Conversions. It's a top-notch interior conversion company. They do a great job. You're getting kind of like the wiring I showed you guys earlier. You're getting the top-of-the-line wiring from Cimarron Outlaw. So you're getting a top-of-the-line interior with the top-of-the-line trailer. So you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. So this is a 15/6 short wall. And to set up to sleep, you can sleep 7 people in here comfortably. Cool thing I like about it is you do have your dinette right here. You can eat right here at this dinette. Another thing you can also do is that drops and that folds into a 2-bed. So you can sleep 2 people there, or you can set it back up super easy in the mornings and eat there as well. Above this dinette, you do have some storage, storing food, snacks, stuff like that. The more storage you can have in a trailer is always better, and this being a 15.6, it kind of gives us a lot of different storage options to do with it. Next to that dinette over here is kind of your kitchen area. I like this setup a lot. I don't like having the kitchen there up at the front to where you're stepping into the sink, getting out of bed and stuff like that. It's real nice to have this longer interior. That way we can move this sink and all your cooking areas here to the back. This trailer is equipped with both the 16x16 sink as well as a 2-burner cooktop. Above that, you do have your microwave, as well as your hood fan and your hood vent. Next to that is, again, just more storage. You're going to be storing pots, pans, plates, stuff like that right here. More storage is always better, especially near your kitchen area, because that's where the majority of the stuff you're going to be storing. Below all that, we do have a bunch of drawers, and again, more storage. It does have 4 drawers. Here's all the manuals you'll get if you buy this trailer or a trailer from us. We typically have a manual on the trailer, a manual on the conversion company, and then a manual for pretty much every appliance you have in the trailer. So if you ever have a problem, it's super easy to just go to that drawer or wherever you want to keep them in this trailer and be able to find anything on this trailer. Here's a deeper drawer in the bottom. And then again, more storage right there. Another thing I like with this storage setup is you'll notice if you peek in there, there's all your hot water, your cold water lines. It's super easy to pull this trailer out, winterize it, de-winterize it, or get to your water system if you need to service anything. We'll creep in the bathroom and then we'll creep back out. As you can see, I went through the walk-through door, which is super handy for not only getting to the trailer but also videoing. Cool thing about this 15.6 is you'll notice this bathroom is way bigger than almost any bathroom you'll see in a trailer. This bathroom being bigger allows us to get a huge closet for you right here. It's a double closed hanging closet. We can always add shelves in here if you prefer shelves for hanging space, but we felt for this trailer hanging space was the way to go. Here at the bottom, a cool thing I want to point out is that eating space we talked about earlier. If you want to leave that laid down, if you're going to sleep on it for a week or so and you don't want to keep making it up and down, this does come with another table that you can set up in front of that couch to eat off as well. So if you got, like I said, 7 people can stay in here. If you got 7 people, you can eat 4 of them on the dinette, throw 3 of them on the couch, and have a table for that couch to eat off as well. Super handy. This trailer has a bunch of versatile, options on it just to make you or your family more comfortable. It does have a dual sliding door shower with also the skylight up there. I think it's real nice to put a skylight. Sometimes you don't see them because a lot of the time you'll notice that some taller people, they jump in there and their head's just right there at the ceiling. By putting a skylight, you're giving the option to those 6.5-foot people, they can still fit in here. Their head goes up in the skylight, but it also gives you a bunch of natural light in a nice looking trailer like this. Creep back out. Here you do have, just a mirror. Below that mirror, it is a full porcelain toilet. It's not plastic, it's not acrylic. This is full porcelain. Again, we're just trying to keep this outlaw conversion, this nice, super nice setup conversion company. It'd ruin it to put, a porcelain or a non-porcelain toilet in here. Over here on this short wall side of the trailer, we do have a super huge vanity mirror. Again, benefits of making this 15.6, so we kind of give you guys more space for more needed things in a bigger trailer. Below that, we do have your sink, and again, just more storage. I really like this storage cubby right here. It's real easy to access, toilet paper, anything you might have right there. You're not opening drawers, everything's just kind of right there for you to grab. It also does have a lip right there as well, so you're not, showing up to shows and your stuff's not laying on the floor. Underneath that sink, again, more storage, but again, super easy access to your plumbing, and you'll notice again the red and blue, everything is color coded, labeled. This trailer's super easy to service. And the cool thing I want to point out is check out the toilet paper rack hidden inside this cabinet right here. That way, sometimes you'll have your toilet paper rack outside and you show up somewhere and it's rattled off and your toilet paper rolls rolling through the trailer, or you're strung out everywhere. This keeps everything isolated in there. It keeps your trailer nice and organized. And now we'll creep down the other side. This is a 7 cubic foot refrigerator freezer combo. Again, We like putting a larger fridge and a larger separated freezer in a trailer like this. It just doesn't make sense to put a small fridge in a really nice trailer. So you have your freezer, you have your ice cubes, you can keep ice cream in here, you can run this while you're going down the road. You can run it off propane if you're traveling and stuff like that. It'll automatically switch over to your propane to keep this freezer cold, it keeps your fridge cold. That way if you're moving between shows or traveling, you know, a day or two between different places, it'll always have your refrigerator cold. And then when you get to where you're going, you plug in and it transfers from the propane back to the electric to conserve your gas and also keep your, you know, your food and drinks and stuff like that cold. I love that. Again, just anywhere we can fit storage in a trailer, we always try and fit storage. So there is some storage up there. And then again, there's another storage, well, not necessarily storage, but here's another little pop-out drawer to service, you know, your fridge mechanisms and stuff like that in this trailer as well. The cool thing I want to point out, close up right there, is this bunk bed. Again, you can fit another person up there, maybe a smaller person. I don't want to be putting no huge persons up there, but this trailer can sleep 7 people. Cool thing I like about it though is a lot of times with a bunk bed trailer and you get stationary bunks, you're going to have that for 3, maybe 4 years till the kids, you know, they leave home, they go to college, they're not going with you to shows anymore, and then typically what do people do? They trade those bunk bed trailers in because they have no use for that bunk bed space. The cool thing about this trailer is once you send those kids off or the kids end up leaving home, you're not going to have to trade down because this also can fold back up. It folds up out of the way anyway to travel, but it can also fold back up. Super easy. And also service as maybe not as easy as I'd like it to. Chains hanging up over there. There we go. So it also folds up out of the way to travel. Cool thing is these shut while you're going down the road. So if you're done with that bunk bed, your kids have gone to school, take the mattresses out, you unlock those cupboards, and this again is more storage and cupboard cabinet space for you guys. Maybe try it with 2 people if you're going to fold it up. But below that, again, it is a fold-out couch. This couch does fold out. Again, you can sleep 2 people here. You can sleep up to 7 comfortably in here. Squeeze 8 if you're a little crazy. But it folds down super easy. Folds back up super easy. I like it too because the TV in here is situated to where if you're sleeping on the couch, you can watch TV. If you're sleeping on the dinette, you can watch TV. Below your TV, here's your controls for, you know, your inside, outside speakers. You can plug an auxiliary cord in there. You can USB to it, Bluetooth. That can run your DVDs, your Bluetooth. You can plug PlayStation into this TV if you want to play. A lot of times, you're buying a trailer kind of set up like this, you're going to have some younger kids that are getting bored at shows or something like that. But up here in the nose, you do have your day-night blinds. Again, more storage in the back with those wardrobes. And you also do have another 24-inch TV for that bed up there, as well as some storage for, you know, DVDs, remotes, keeping everything nice and organized. The steps up to this bed, or one of the steps up into this bed, also serves as another little storage space, place you can cram stuff. Just more storage is always better, and they keep it looking clean and functional. It's not like they tried to make that look like storage. They just kind of, the more the better. Again, keeping everything nice and easy and serviceable for you guys. Down here on the step is your fuse box. Super easy. If you ever blow a fuse, you just click that, pop a new fuse in. Your breakers are right there. Everything's labeled nice and clean. Whoever services this trailer, whether it be you or a technician, will have no problem servicing or figuring out what a problem is in a trailer. So that was an Outlaw interior, a Pro-Line conversion by Outlaw Interiors, 15.5-foot short wall. But now we'll go around the Cimarron part of this trailer. Cool thing I want to point out is look at the size of this window. That is a huge window to have for your living space in a trailer. You don't see a lot of windows that big, and I think it's super cool we did that on this trailer. Above that is a 16-foot awning. So that'll roll out. It can give you sunshade. A lot of times it'll give you rain shade though. A lot of times it's spring, summer, you're at shows, you're at rodeos, you're maybe going trail riding and you need a place to get out of the rain, get out of the weather, but you don't want to be in the inside. That awning, that's going to help a lot with that. Below that awning, we do have 2 outside speakers. Those can switch from that entertainment system I showed you guys in there. They can switch from the inside to the outside, or you can run them both at the same time and have music inside, music outside. Back here on the tail side of your horse trailer, we do have a 16-inch awning low light up at the top. Again, we just want to give you guys light if you're out here saddling or you're tied out somewhere and you want to check on your horses in the middle of the night. More light is always better. Another thing we went and did is we went ahead and upgraded this tail side. We did 2 drop downs spaced in between your bus sliding type windows. I like drop downs. They're super easy because you can use them as a sliding type bus window, or if you want more airflow for your horses, you can always drop them and get that extra airflow by having drop downs. Cool thing also is there's also a drop down on your door right here. You don't see that a lot. Normally everything's sliding type. Doing a drop down gives that back horse a lot more air because they're not getting the air from the back window. Because typically on a trailer like this, your back tack's not going to have a window in it that goes to your horses. More windows, more airflow for your horses. This is a side load ramp. We went ahead and this ramp is extended a little past where the door actually is. A lot of times you'll see trailer companies, they'll only run their ramp to right where the door is, and that just gives your horse the option of stepping off that, maybe getting in an accident. We extend this as far as we possibly can on this trailer to make it safer for you guys and safer for your horses. Come up in here. This trailer is equipped with padded dividers. Cool thing about this trailer is you'll notice there is kick mat all over this trailer. You got your rubber floor mats, but you also have your kick mats on the walls. This is going to keep your horses from kicking the walls, dinging the walls up. It's super tough, hard rubber. If it does chip or anything like that, it's super easy to fill or remove that section and replace with another section. We want to keep this trailer as nice and serviceable for you guys, but also functional for you and your horses. Horses are horses. They're going to tear stuff up. I've had horses tear stuff up. This trailer is going to get, dinged up eventually, years down the road, but by Cimarron doing the quality stuff they do, it makes it easier for you to service, and this trailer is going to last so much longer than other trailers on the market just because they put top-notch products in their trailers. First divider in this stall, it is a stud divider. Again, I like having stud dividers. I talk about them in every single one of my videos I do on a trailer. It just gives you so much more storage options. A lot of the time, you're buying a 5-horse, but you're not going to have 5 horses in it 95% of the time. You always buy a trailer in case you get that extra horse. And a lot of times you never do. But by having this stall, it gives you the option to store generators, store hay, store grain, store totes, and keep it from rolling underneath your horses. It keeps your tack room from getting cluttered, and it keeps your living quarters from getting cluttered. It just gives you a nice storage space out of the way that's easy accessible from both your living quarter space and outside. All your dividers are padded, and this trailer also has mangers. Cool thing about mangers is it gives your horses a place to eat. It also gives you storage underneath, which I'll show you guys here in a little bit. There's storage right here. Again, another padded divider. Before we kind of jump out and leave the area, I want to show you guys, we did upgrade all the lighting in this trailer to these upgraded OptiBright LEDs. They're super bright. They don't take as much power. A lot of times you'll see little flick light LEDs, got a trigger on them. Those are nice, those are cool if you want to do them, but I think these look super slick, they look super clean, and again, they just kind of match the flair that Cimarron has for their trailers. Another thing I want to point out is you'll notice the ceiling is lower right here. The reason that is because this is an integrated hay pod. So we make the whole trailer 3 inches taller, and it gives us room to drop this a few inches, and that gives you more hay storage up there, more room for your generator box. I'll show you guys a super cool gate on the back as well. You guys are probably wondering what this crazy divider is. So this is a folding type divider. The reason we do that is because this second horse in here, or your last horse, they're going to have a hard time backing out if this was a straight. Because if this was straight, that takes a lot or that movement space your horses out. So we make it folding so it can clear over, get close to this wall, give your other 4 horses more room to back out. But then to load them, it's super simple. You have one latch mechanism. It runs over here. It's as easy as that. So it's giving all your horses the best way to get out, but also giving you the best way to conceal them in this trailer as well. Coming around to, I think, my favorite part of having a side load is going to be this full rear tack. This full rear tack, we went ahead and we carpeted all the walls in this rear tack. Again, we're just keeping your bridles healthy, but we're also keeping the, your aluminum walls in this trailer from scratching up. This trailer is going to be super easy to clean. This is a marine grade carpet, so it's not going to absorb water. The water is going to almost run off of it, so you can hose this trailer out, hose this carpet off if it gets dirty, no problem. It is a marine grade carpet, almost like what they use on a boat flooring, if you guys have ever been on a boat. So here's your shore cord for this. This will power your whole trailer if you're parked somewhere. Below that, we do have a brush box. Brush boxes are great for storing sprays. You can store brushes in here. Cool thing about this trailer is it has 2 of them, so you can keep your brushes and all your stuff. Sometimes your sprays leak. You can keep all your stuff you don't want leaked on in one and all your leaking stuff in the other one. And it's super easy to, again, just hose out. There's the holes in the bottom of them, so they drain and they hose out super easy. This is a folding type saddle rack. It runs on a gas piston, so it's super easy to fold in. It's super easy to fold out. Cool thing about it is these are adjustable. We can always adjust these to any position we want on this trailer, or we can always add more if you wanted more on this adjustable swing out saddle rack. Here in the back, we do have a removable saddle rack. Again, those are fully adjustable. We can add as many as you can fit there. But also, the cool thing is you pull a pin there at the top. If you don't need more saddles, you can take that out super easy and just have more room for storage, for totes, anything like that. Behind that, this is your fuel tank for your generator on the roof. You can use it as a handy little shelf. Again, it's super easy to take this out, use that as a shelf, stack stuff around it, or if you need more saddles, just leave this right here. Up on this wall, we did do a bunch of bridle hooks for you guys. It's 5 horses, you're gonna have a bunch of saddles, a bunch of bridle hooks. This gives you the option to, store as much stuff as you could possibly need in here. But you also have enough space that if you want to throw some totes in here, grain bags, stuff like that, you have space to do that as well. On the other swing out door, we do have this swing out blanket tree. So when you're going, all your blankets fold over there on the wall real nice. But then again, it folds out super easy, and it gives you super access to slide your blankets on, saddle your horses. I know every single trailer I've ever owned, blanket trees are a pain. These are the slickest blanket trees I've ever used. A lot of times you get blankets on there and you have to skip bars because the blankets won't fit in between each other. You can't get them up high, they stick. These are the easiest ones I've ever used. And again, below that is another brush tray. Before we sneak around to the head side, I want to show you guys up top. That's our generator box. Behind that is a flip-up storage unit. A lot of times it's a hay box. You can use it for hay, grain, anything like that. Cool thing is we did this fold-out gate right here. You pull one pin and that whole gate folds out. So if you need more room loading hay up there, you can swing that gate out and have better access to be able to throw hay bales up there. But it also latches in place as more of a safety feature. You'll also notice there is an OptiBright LED up there as well if you were going to service that generator in the middle of the night, if you were having problems, or if you wanted to load hay, unload hay, you're going to have enough light to see up there, see what you're doing, and stay safe. There's also 2 mounted rear load lights. Again, you can be able to come back here, you show up to a night show, a night rodeos, you're showing up to a trail early in the morning to go trail riding. You can always flick those lights on, saddle your horses and be ready to go dawn, dusk, nighttime. We'll creep around the head side here of this trailer. Around the head side, here again, you do have all your drop down windows. Before we get to the drop downs, there is another 16-inch awning load light here. Again, you're gonna have horses tied here, you're gonna be saddling, you're gonna be feeding here, you're gonna wanna see what your horses are doing to keep your horses safe, make sure they're not tangled up, anything like that. Below that awning load light, here's your fuel tank for your gas generator on top. It's super easy to fill up. It almost works out every time to where you can fill your truck at the front pump and fill your trailer at the back pump. Might not work as well easily for this trailer because this is a longer type trailer, but typically you show up to a semi-trailer place or a truck station, it will work out just about right. And the thing I like about Cimarron trailers is their windows. They're super big windows, but they're also super stout. I can jerk on these windows all day and not have a problem. They're super stout windows, but they're also super easy to operate. You can almost one-handed operate all these windows. They do have a sliding type window in the middle. Again, you can get that airflow for your horses, but if you also need that more airflow, they drop down super easy. They lock in place so you can drive down the road like that, get fresh air flowing for your horses. If you want to feed your horses, check on your horses, or anything like that, it's super easy to also fold down your gel bars. That way you can see what your horses are doing. You can tie your horses in there, untie your horses, feed your horses. Super easy, super convenient. Cool thing about having mangers, like we talked about in there, it gives your horses a place to feed, but it also gives you all this storage underneath as well. This being a 5-horse, you're going to have a whole lot of manger storage. Again, storing grain, storing buckets. It's wide open in here. You can store buckets, grain, bits, anything you want, boots. A lot of times you end up thinking, man, I'm going to buy a trailer and have so much room, I'll never fill it. And then you fill it. And this trailer, it's going to be hard to do because you just have so much storage in a trailer like this. Below every single drop down, we are going to have another manger door like that. So it'll be a total of 5 of them. You guys want to see it from the other end? Again, this trailer is equipped with so much storage for you guys. It being a 5-horse, you need that extra storage, but it also gives us the opportunity to give you guys that much more storage. There is flick-on LED lights in these mangers. That way you can, again, see what you're doing. There should be lights positioned on every post throughout here. Again, more lighting is better for you guys. Below these mangers, talk a little bit about the wheels on here. Those are the all aluminum wheels, kind of like that spare I showed you guys up front. These are 8,000 pound axles, so you got 3 8,000 pound Dexter rubber torsion axles. Your GVWR on this trailer is going to be about 24,000 pounds. So again, a lot of times we just had a customer stop in here the other day and they said, man, I wish I would have got 3 8s on my trailer instead of 2 10s. The reason he said that is because he felt with the 10,000 pound axles, his trailer is really rough riding. So by having 3 8s on there, that customer said that you'll have a better ride. Another cool thing I want to point out on this side of the trailer is this right here. That's not just a clearance light, that is a turn signal light. So that'll work off your truck as well. So every time you click on a blinker, that'll start flashing for you. It gives people next to your trailer knowing that you're going to get over. Another thing I like it for is it's also a great clearance light to kind of show you where your wheels are at, show you where the side of the trailer is at. It's really bright. It's a lot more visible than the button lights we have on here. It's keeping you safe, but it's keeping the people around you safe as well. Here is that stud stall divider I talked about a little bit earlier. I like it because you can access it from the living quarters like I talked about, or you can access it from outside. If you get somewhere and you don't want to pile in your living quarters and get it dirty, or you're at a show and a rodeo, trail ride, and you got muddy, your horses got muddy, you can also throw your stuff up in here, or go through here in your living quarters, dress, change, rinse stuff off, rinse yourself off, without getting that nice outlock conversions inside dirty. There is also a drop-down window on this escape door. Every door on this head side of this trailer will function just like those ones I showed you. You'll have the bus type slider, you'll have the drop down, but then you also have the drop down gel bars as well. I think it's super cool that we have it on the escape door. Most times on the escape door you see it is just that little sliding type, so a lot of time the front horse don't get as much air as the back horses. With this being able to drop down, it gives that front horse a lot more airflow than he normally would have. Right here, this is a window. That window is going to be right above your sink in the living quarters part of this trailer, so you will be able to look out. Down here, this is your plug-in, that short cord I showed you on the back. If you're at a show, something like that, and they have plug-in power, you plug in right there. It powers this whole living quarters side of this trailer to power all your lights. Right here is your city water connection. If you pull up somewhere again where they have water hookups and you can run a hose to your trailer, you will have unlimited water. Cool thing about it is it's equipped with a pressure limiter in there, so you'll never overpower your trailer. Tubes, you won't blow tubes out and stuff like that. That pressure will keep it just regulated just right for this trailer. Here's the service to your hot water heater. Again, super easy, super clean. This is what you'll use if you ever need to, you know, winterize your trailer or drain your hot water heater. There's a plug in here. You pull that plug, all the water from your hot water heater comes out. Here's the slide out part of that trailer. It does have an awning above this slide out. What that awning does is, again, it keeps water from getting up there, but more so than that, it keeps debris from getting up there. It's never good if you're trying to make a tight seal with your slide out. It's tighter to keep your living quarters, you know, clean, because if you don't have a tight seal, you'll get dust, you'll get water, you'll get moisture in there. But what that does is it keeps debris from getting up there, it keeps water from getting up there, snow. And so that way when you close that, there's nothing up there to pinch against that and eliminate that seal between the trailer. Again, another huge window above that dinette here on the outside. I think these windows are super big and they look super cool on this trailer. And again, here's that extrusion I was talking about. It has ran the whole length of this trailer. It's super strong. You're not gonna have to worry about it scratching as much. Above that, it is this painted aluminum. So if you do scratch this, it will scratch. But below that, by running this, it's giving this trailer a lot of flare, but a lot of protection as well. And that's kind of the head side. We're back here at the front. But again, you do have your bus windows up in the nose. They will operate open. You can open them if you want a little more air in there, or you can keep them closed if you don't want air, day and night blinds. Anyway, this trailer, it's a super cool 5-horse. Again, it is sold. We have one just like it coming. Or if you maybe want to change that one we have coming, if you've seen something you didn't like or maybe you wanted to change, we can always change that other 5-horse we have coming. We always like to, you know, customize our trailers. That way every person going down the trailers going down the road is getting something just a little different. That's what we do here. We try to sell fully custom trailers to you guys. If you're interested in this trailer, go ahead and reference this stock number. Stock number for this trailer is 5N201143. Again, it is a 2021 Cimarron Norstar. It is a 5-horse living quarters, Outlaw Proline XB conversion. Call, give us that stock number. We can talk about this trailer, maybe talk about other trailers we have coming in similar, or maybe talk about a trailer you wanted to build it's close to this one, or maybe something totally different. We really like working with you guys. My favorite part of the day is when customers come in and say, I want to build a custom trailer, and we get to sit down and draw out exactly how we want it, and we end up with a cool product like this that I get to show you guys and show off to everybody. If you're interested in this trailer, give me a call at 303-684-3400. Again, my name's Tanner. Thanks for tuning in.